Welcome back. Nice to see everybody. This is lesson 5 for the intermediate group. Nice to see your lovely faces. Welcome, welcome. All right, so today we have a picture here. We have a picture here. Look at this picture. What is happening in this picture? Every time I put down my Sharpie, you can go ahead and press pause, and I'm going to ask you to either write or talk or something, okay? So go ahead, pause, and you could raise your hands or raise your Zoom hands if you're part of our fabulous virtual academy, and share. What do you think is happening here? Oh, excellent. I heard lots of different ideas. Some people use the word frog, and some people use the word toad. They're very similar. They're almost the same. I believe a toad is a little more bumpy, and I believe a toad is a little bigger, but I'm not quite. I remember reading about this a long time ago when our class would enjoy the frog and toad books. So I heard frog and toad. I heard all kinds of different ideas here. Frog and toad and okay, and then here we're in like a pond, a small body of water, a pond. Okay. And then there's all kinds of vegetation. There's all kinds of plant life here. Oh, excellent. Okay. So you've already shared what do you think is happening in the picture. I'm going to share what I think is happening in the picture. To me, this looked more like a toad than a frog. So I chose the word toad. The toad took an early swim at dawn. The toad took an early swim at dawn. Can you read this with me out loud? Go. The toad took an early swim at dawn. Again, the toad took an early swim at dawn. Can you read this out loud by yourself, following my finger? Excellent. So dawn is a great word. It kind of looked like dawn to me. It looked like early morning. So dawn is when the sun first comes up is dawn. And the opposite of dawn would be dusk. It's when the sun, if it's the opposite, instead of it being when the sun comes up, it's when the sun starts to go down. You do not have to write this. Starts to go down. Okay. So you have an easy assignment. So there's dawn and there's dusk. To me, the toad is taking an early swim at dawn. Okay. That's what I thought of in my imagination. Maybe your imagination said the toad is chasing a fly. Maybe your imagination said the toad is looking for its brother. Who knows? The toad, there's a million things you could have said, right? There's no wrong answers. So for your homework, I just used a half sheet. You could use a whole sheet. I want you to write, what do you think will happen next? What do you think will happen next? In the LPAC test that a lot of you will be taking, you'll probably be shown a picture at some point and asked, what do you think will happen next? So I want you to go ahead first, and I want you to share out loud. And remember, all of our answers could be different. The key word is what you think. So what you think and your friend thinks and what I think should be different. It should be different. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to pause, and please share what you think will happen next. Great. I saw some Zoom hands. I saw some live hands. Excellent. So now I want you to go ahead and think of your sentence or two, could be two, and I want you to write down, what do you think will happen next? What do you think will happen next? Go ahead and write it down. At least one or two sentences, please. And don't forget the capitals, and don't forget the periods. Excellent. You should have written one or two sentences. Now, I'm going to ask you to read your sentences out loud to a partner or raise your Zoom hand, or if you're at home by yourself, read them out loud in a whisper to yourself. Excellent. I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to write my answer. What do I think will happen next? Well, taking an early morning swim, I think he'll probably be hungry after his swim. So I'm going to put, I think I'm going to go ahead and use the same language that's in the sentence. I think after his swim, the toad, I think after his swim, the toad will look for some delicious, did I say flies or mosquitoes? I want to say mosquitoes. 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 I'm not sure if I spelled that right. I'll double check it later. I think after his swim, the toad will look for some delicious mosquitoes. That's what I think will happen next, because I think he's going to be hungry after his swim. I'm going to go ahead and read mine again. Why don't you read this in your head and follow with your eyes while I read it out loud? I think after his swim, the toad will look for some delicious mosquitoes. Okay. I think after his swim, the toad will look for some delicious mosquitoes. Yours should look different than mine. You can have 2 sentences or more if you want. Go ahead and turn this into Google Classroom, or however your teacher wants you to turn it in. Maybe if you're in a live setting, maybe it's in a journal. However you want to turn it in, go ahead and do that. All right. See you next time. Bye-bye.